10 quick and easy fixes if you are tense on the clarinet and you would like to get rid of all of that tension fast. Quick fix number 1, change the angle of your clarinet. Okay, so sometimes we might get tense because we just remain in this one angle and our embouchure gets used to this one angle of the clarinet towards our body. Okay, your angle might be like this, might be like this, might be like this. But if you are tense at the moment, feel free to change up the angle, okay? So, taking the clarinet closer towards your body might relieve your lips that are stuck in one position. Or if you are usually playing like this, and you're tense in this position, try what raising the clarinet angle will do to your tension. Okay, so this is a very quick and easy tip I can give when you are tense. If you're in a rehearsal, if you are practicing right now, this is something you can do at any time. Experiment with the angle of your clarinet. Easy fix number 2 is to take more mouthpiece in your mouth. Or it might also be less mouthpiece in your mouth, but in most cases it's more mouthpiece in your mouth. Okay, so sometimes we get used to have too little mouthpiece in the mouth. It still works, but the problem is that the force of the lips is enough to press the opening of the reed to the mouthpiece close, because the reed is much more malleable in the front, yeah? So it's easier to press it down in the front. Then if you're further down on the reed, it will not be as easy with lip pressure to press the opening close. Therefore, if you have more mouthpiece in the mouth, okay, it does a lot to the sound, but also to the feeling. It will get into a less tense feeling, and you will feel as if you can push air more comfortably through the instrument without restriction and without having to do anything with the lips. Quick fix number 3. Focus on your jaw position. So oftentimes we don't really focus on the jaw position and we are locked in one place. Okay, so and most of the times when we get tense, we are in this sort of overbitey clarinet playing. So your upper lip is in the front of the lower lip. Your upper teeth are in the front of the lower teeth. So you are playing with an overbite. If you are tense, it might be very interesting to focus on that you are playing with an underbite, so that the lower jaw moves forward. And this relieves a lot of tension from the lips. I don't know the exact mechanism behind it, but if you also compare the air, if I blow now with an overbite versus an underbite, much more relaxed feeling in the mouth. So pay attention to your lower jaw position. Quick fix number 4 is to change your old reed to a new reed. Okay, sometimes old reeds can restrict the airflow. Old reeds have they tend to close. They tend to close off on the mouthpiece, and you can't push enough air in order for your lips to feel comfortable. Okay, so you might feel almost as if you have too little mouthpiece in the mouth, but still if you take enough mouthpiece in the mouth. Okay, so the reed will be the reason why you can't push the air that you would like to push into your instrument. So therefore, oftentimes opening a completely new box of reeds and finding 2-3 good ones will relieve a lot of tension, because finally it will let you pass the air that you would like through your instrument, and your lips can relax. Quick fix number 5, a pretty obvious one, but take one day off. Yeah, don't take an entire week off, because then you have to get back into clarinet playing all by itself, and this is a completely different topic. But take one complete day off where you don't touch the clarinet, where you don't do anything straining with your hands or intense sport or whatever, just one complete day off. Yeah, and oftentimes we find ourselves coming back to the clarinet as relaxed as if we would have had a like 2-week vacation. So one day off can do a lot of good for playing relaxed on the clarinet. But make sure to not take this one day off too often. So I would suggest maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, one day without the clarinet to get rid of the tension. Quick fix number 6 is to play not with a steady airstream, but with a pulsating airstream. Okay, so oftentimes we are too steady blowing, especially with long tones. Okay, so I see many people practicing like this. And then holding those long tones forever with a static airstream and a static embouchure. So this obviously creates tension and it locks the embouchure into one place and it becomes less soft and less malleable. So what I like to do when I'm tense, I like to play long tones but with a pulsating airstream. And this goes as follows. So it's like, so you're playing triplet pulses in one beat. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And with a forward movement. So not 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, but 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, with a lot of forward motion. And then yeah, and these pulses are not, I will show you first how it is on the clarinet. And so on. And these pulsating notes are not a lot air, no air, not like this, but it's much air, more air, much air, more air. So the air itself never stops. But this helped me a lot with relaxing my embouchure, with relaxing my airstream, relaxing my playing and getting less tension. Quick fix number 7. When was actually the last time you played a real forte or a real fortissimo? Tip number 7 is to play fortissimo. Okay, most of the times we don't want to distract our neighbor, we don't want to be too loud right before the orchestra rehearsal, and we play always in this mezzo forte type of range. But what if once a day, or at least when we're tense, we try to play as loud as possible with as much air as possible? So be honest with yourself. When was the last time you blew everything you had into your clarinet? Okay, I will not get a sound award for this, but for sure what I noticed is that my air pushed open my throat and that my lips relaxed, and that now even the mezzo forte range is more comfortable to play because we relaxed ourselves. We played fortissimo for once. Okay, so if your instrument can actually handle this amount of air, do it at least if you're tense, or once a day. Tension fix number 8 is play Bach or Brahms. Okay, so I noticed that whenever I get stuck, whenever I get tense, and I play Bach or Brahms, so something from Baroque, but from Bach, like something really good, or like a Brahms sonata, Brahms trio, Brahms symphony solos, I tend to loosen up because the direction of the music, the flow of the air, the colors are, for me, enough to make me relax. Okay, so if you play, for example, something like wrong tonality now, completely wrong notes. Okay, I'm also on A clarinet, so for always perfect pitch, I'm really sorry. So something like this. Something of the best music that is written in the world, like Bach Chaconne for a violin solo. Or, I don't know, if you go with the Brahms trio, yeah? There's just something about playing these really nice pieces of music that allows us to open up, to form the air exactly as we should, and to relax into our clarinet playing. Quick fix number 9, lift your eyebrows. Why are you looking so angry all the time? Okay, so this is a big mistake that people do. That whenever something gets difficult, they look so angry and they focus by putting down their eyebrows. Now this is very detrimental on the clarinet and leads to a lot of tension, especially in the embouchure, especially in the upper lip. So if you raise your eyebrows, okay, the upper half of the face gets stretched upwards instead of downwards. And this relieves the tension from the upper lip, and you can play in a how do you say, stable way. If you put your eyebrows down, you might have noticed also the difference in sound. So there's a lot of pressure here going down on the mouthpiece, going down on the reed. So if you notice that you are a person that is putting their eyebrows down, first of all, it doesn't look very good from an artistic perspective, so everything seems difficult for you. And second of all, it's a super easy fix to just lift your eyebrows instead of pushing them down into your focus of trying to get a hard passage good. Because if we lift the eyebrows, we have a much higher likelihood for the hard passage to come nicely then, if we focus extra with the eyebrows. Quick fix for tension number 10 is about posture. So play standing against a wall. I will explain it to you in a second, and I will go to the wall and I will show you what I mean. But the thing we want to do is we want to correct our posture. So most of the time in modern society we are like bent forward, slouched forward, so the abs are bent forward, crunched forward, the shoulders are forward, and therefore all of the air goes in really weird and wrong parts where we don't have natural want of the air to come out. So if you breathe in like this, you feel like you have to push the air out for a note to come. You need to like push, you need to actively push. Now, if I breathe in, very open, okay, so shoulder blades back, here to the front, abs to the front, okay, the upper part of the air, abs especially, so solar plexus, so. And I fill my lungs up like this. You have such a natural want for the air to come out. Okay, the air wants to stream out. You have a natural pressure of air. You have too much air and it wants to come out due to your posture. Okay, so you are upright, you have a slight arch in the back, and you are to the front with your solar plexus. Now, if we go to the wall, okay, I will take you with me. So the way we're gonna do this is, now I can show you my, actually I can show you my feet. 1 second. There we go. Okay. So what you are gonna do is you are going to put your heels against the wall, and you will put your back of the head against the wall, and you will have this arch in the back, okay, slight arch, and solar plexus to the front. And like this, you will have this stable line that the body is in, where the air naturally wants to come out, okay? And then you can play all of your stuff, you can do your entire practice session standing against the wall. So play standing against the wall. Thanks for watching. I hope these tips were helpful to you. Tell me in the comments which ones were new for you and which ones you will try. See you soon. Bye.